Good morning, guys. Welcome to SMD Fishing. Today, we're at a little pond, little neighborhood pond. Today's video, I just want to show you guys, well, try to make it as simple as possible of how to catch your first bass. Because there are still people out there who have never caught their first bass before. So that's what I'm going to do for you guys today. First things first, it is technically summertime right now. You want to try to get out nice, bright and early. I'm not out super early. The sun just came up. But earlier the better, you know, when the weather's pretty hot. So as far as, you know, what to use, I'm gonna make this real simple. I know either mom, dad, grandpa, somebody has a good old spinning rod set up, okay? Spinning reel. And this is called a wacky rig, okay? Oh, don't drop it. But all that is a hook through the middle of the worm. You don't necessarily have to have these they're called O-rings, but you hook your hook through the middle of the worm, and as it's in the water, it'll kind of, as you're shaking your rod, and I'll show you all this once we start fishing. But as you shake your rod, it kind of does one of these in the water, and you let it set, let it float down. Shake it again, does one of these in the water. Okay, guys, make sure you guys can see that. So, and like I said, I'll show you guys. And yes, eventually, you know, all the line and reel and the rod, it all can get really technical later on. But if you want to just go, like I said, go get a old spinning rod set up, you know, from granddad's house. Tie your hook on, and we could talk about knots later. That gets more technical later too. You don't have to have a clip. I have a clip on. I'm lazy. But it's called a wacky rig. Nice cast out. Now all I'm doing, like I said, once it's in the water, all I do is reel up my slack so that line is not necessarily so bowed. I'm gonna try to make a semi-straight line. Okay? And all we want to do is just shake that rod. Make that bait flap in the water a little bit. Shake the rod, reel up your slack. Or wiggle the rod, reel up the slack. That's all you gotta do. And somebody should come by and get it. But that's all you're doing. Wiggle, 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 let it sit. Wiggle, 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 let it sit. So, first cast, no luck. Okay, so let's try over here. It's a good cast out. You want to use a nice little small hook. Finesse hooks. If you guys want to know exactly what I have here set up, this right here is a 7-foot medium heavy action casting rod, pair G2. This is a Penreel Pursuit 2 4000 series. The braided line here is 20-pound braided line, and I've tied it to a leader using a double uni knot. Leader line is the fluorocarbon line. I'm getting real technical here. That fluorocarbon line is, I believe it's a 12-pound line. Yeah, 12-pound line. I believe that's a 2-aught. Yeah, I think it's a 2-aught drop shot hook. I'm gonna change the color, see what happens. Okay. Well, let's try one more cast and we'll change the color. Sometimes that might be the case. They just don't like that color. They're like, oh no, that doesn't look cool enough. And even if you're like on a boat or something, you can still do this for your first bass. You don't have to necessarily be at a pond. All right, let's go ahead and change the color. They don't seem to want this one. And I got a special color that I can change to. That looks really nice too. So I'm gonna show you guys how I rigged this. So this is called Bold Bluegill by Yum, the company Yum, Yum Baits. So I like this color a lot too. But you can literally, if you want to, you can take this hook right here in about the middle. You hook it straight through the middle, okay? As such, and you'll still get that same action. Now personally, I like to use something called O-rings. These small little this crap off it. It was okay. O-rings, little rubber, little grommets. And slide it on the tail there. Put it up to about midway. And they have actually like O-ring tools to put the bait on. Put the O-rings on your bait. I found that you see that was pretty simple too, just in case you don't have a tool. But I make an X with those O-rings, right? I want to slide over a little bit. I want to kind of be trying to be good in the center, so get that action. Yeah, that's good center there. You put your X, you put your hook through one side of the X, through the bait, back out the other side of the X. And in case the fish bites it, it'll hold on, your worm will survive much longer. That's the main purpose of it. But that's it there. We're gonna change the color, see what happens. I like that a little bit there. It still stands out pretty good in this dingy water. If this area doesn't work, we're gonna move over a little bit. We're gonna try this last cast right here, then we'll move a little bit. Trying to see if there's a little more productive area of fish. We got a lot of pond to cover here, so they don't always have to be, your first spot. So and that's another thing I learned about bass fishing, period. Don't stay in one spot too long. If they're not feeding there, they're not feeding there. Go to somewhere where they are feeding. But we're gonna move to another spot. And all it is bass could be, more concentrated over by the fountains, which creates oxygen from that water hitting it. Or like almost like an aerator, I guess you would say. But we're gonna move real quick, try to find a little spot, see if we can get them to go ahead and start committing to the bite. I'm gonna move down about 50 yards or so. Maybe 60 yards or so. It's okay. Make a nice long cast out there. And try not to get eaten by any bears, right? While we're in this little forestry area. Oh my gosh. Can you guys see that huge turtle? Holy jeez. A little bass. Got a little bass, baby. Look at that. I told you it's kind of weird how they bite it in the middle to get the hook. Look at that. Look at that. First little bass. I know it's small. We're not saying I'm catching giants here, okay? But first little bass. That's a baby bass. But yeah, that's it, man. Just work that little bait. This pattern is called Bold Bluegill by Yum Baits. It's wacky rig. You want to catch your first bass. I'm gonna keep trying to see if we can catch another one, but otherwise, that's it, man. Let's see if there's any more sitting right there. Well, thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. Again, Bold Bluegill by Yum Baits. Wacky rig style. Good old spinning rod setup. Can't go wrong with that. Thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you want to learn more about fishing tips. Go on any fishing trips with me. I appreciate the support. You guys take care. Have a good one.